Happy Monday, Antelope Valley. Hope everyone is well and that you had a pleasant weekend. Won't make any comments about the heat because Phil, there's already enough comments about the heat over the weekend roaming around out there. So it is September 9th, 2024. I am Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Troth Realtors, bringing you this week's version of the Antelope Valley Real Estate Market Snapshot, where week in and week out, we take a look at exactly what's going on in the Antelope Valley real estate market. As I like to point out every week, Phil, it's important that local residents, property owners have a trusted local resource to go to follow along and see exactly what's going on in our real estate market. Also, as I point out every week, is that our market here in the Antelope Valley definitely unique onto itself. Often our statistics get lumped into Greater Los Angeles County, Greater Southern California. For instance, Greater Los Angeles County median sales price of pushing 900,000. Here in the Antelope Valley, as we'll see in just a little bit, we're right around 500,000. So once again, important to follow along to see exactly what's going on right here in the Antelope Valley. We do enjoy bringing you this video week in and week out. Before we get into this week's statistics, I also like to point out that our statistics are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors. So with that, let's go ahead and get into our first slide. There we go. So we start the morning out with 804 active residential listings on the market, still above that 800 number. That is down 1% from last week when we were at 808, down, up 5% from where we were as August 12th, 2024. We were at 766 and up 28.8% from where we were this time last year when we were at 624. Our pendings, those properties that are under contract in escrow, that took a little bit of another minor drop as we started out the week at 402, down 1.2% from where we started last week at 407. I'll get into some conclusions after we come out of our next slide. Down 7.6% from where we were in August 12th when we were at 435, and down 5.2% from where we were a year ago at that September 11th date when we were at 5.2. And so let's go ahead and get in. Like I said, I'll draw some conclusions, at least my opinion of those conclusions here. Let's go and get through our second slide. There we go. So last week we had 85 residential listings come on the market, up 25% from the week prior, which was, of course, the Labor Day weekend. Always a little bit slow of properties coming on the market. So we've had 68 that week of Labor Day and 85 this last week. Pendings, once again, those properties going under contract, drop of 17.9% down to 55. And so we could also then that next number, the median number of days pendings on the market. So let's go ahead and talk about that right now. Obviously, a number of things influencing would-be buyers' decisions to go ahead and enter the market. The N.A.R. settlement, unsure how that is going to work out if you are a buyer. A lot of conversation of, now you need to have that money in order to pay your broker, and which in some instances may be true. A lot of times in transactions, what we're seeing is that the seller is offering concessions to the buyer to assist in paying their broker, but still a lot of out in the media, what they're reading is now they've got to factor in that full amount of paying their broker. So that's weighing on their mind. National election, big issue here as far as in some buyers' minds, really wanting to see how the things pan out and where our economy is going to be heading after the November election. And then, of course, the last two, not necessarily ranked in order, is hoping for those interest rates to start to come down. They have moderated down a little bit, but buyers are anxious to see them get lower than where they are. And then, of course, they're concerned that the price of homes just keep on going up. So we're seeing, that median number of days on the market. We were for many months down in the low 20s and now pushing back the mid 30 mark up to 36. Residential listings that closed last week, of course, a short week with Labor Day being a holiday. At 55, down 28.6%. And there's that median sales price up from 475 to 500, and a tick over the median list price. And so we're still seeing buyers, not a lot of them this last week, as it's shown, but buyers looking forward to those homes that as they come on the market, good condition, good price. What is also somewhat extending out that number of days on the market is that we are seeing, after a house is on the market 30 some odd days, a number of price reductions. And then once those price reduction hits, buyers are getting jumping on those, getting those into escrow. So go ahead and stop the share. It's going to be very interesting to follow along, see what the market does as we go towards the middle of September and into the third quarter of 2024 and off into the fourth quarter, October, November, December. So if there's any other statistics, numbers that myself or any of our trusted associates here at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Troth Realtors can provide you, by all means, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always here to help, where we have been serving the Antelope Valley real estate needs since 1957. All right, everybody, take care. Make it a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.